Hey everyone, this is a Chibi Hour. Now, this video is actually the Q&A that I promised that I was going to do. I do enjoy doing these Q&As, and if it's something that you also enjoy, then I'll try and do them, more periodically, like, every, 2 months and stuff like that. But, yeah, I tried to compile as many questions that you all have had and stuff. I do ramble a lot, so I apologize if the video is pretty long. But I like to fully answer questions depending on the question and stuff. Some of them are very basic. Like this first question is, how old are you? I'm 23. See? That was easy. Didn't have to spend 2 minutes on that one. But then the rest of them are pretty much a lot more more detail into them. But they're very discombobulated. There's no order to them. So, I'll just read them off every new question and stuff like that. And hopefully, next time I do a Q&A, I'll be less, disorganized with it. So I apologize ahead of time. But the next question I had is, do you watch any other Destiny YouTubers? Specifically Destiny YouTubers, I watch a lot of people. In general with YouTube, I watch a lot of other channels and stuff. I'm just like a lot of you. I like to watch content, entertaining content, whether it be funny videos, news videos, stuff with gaming and stuff like that. Pretty much it's my way of entertainment. I'm not one for television except for a few shows and stuff. But yeah, when it comes to Destiny YouTubers, I'll watch Planet Destiny or this individuals in Planet excuse me, can't even speak, Planet Destiny. So the people that work inside of Planet Destinies, they're individual channels within that main channel and stuff. I'll watch hey guys, Prodigy here, and you fucking beautiful bastards, more console, and, Heidi ho, I think that's how he says it, the Mr. Fruit and stuff like that. I'll watch, unknown player, and, I just love a lot of their content. And, when I see the videos that they do in, the trial videos or, the PvP, PvE videos and stuff, it's entertaining stuff, and I love to see their viewpoints and stuff, their news and the things that their opinions and stuff. They're very professional with the stuff, and I really enjoy a lot of their content and stuff. So I watch a lot of YouTubers in general. YouTube is my way of entertainment, and that's the magic of this site so much. It's great. I love making videos, and I love watching them. It's the best part. Now, the next question is actually something yeah. See, can't even speak today. I'm going to do an awful job at this Q&A. I apologize. But the next question is always been asked is face reveal, face cam. They're pretty much two separate questions, but I kind of compiled them both because they're pretty much sort of the same thing. But basically, I've answered this before. I'm not going to promise it or anything like that about a face reveal. The face cam thing, less likely. It all depends. Obviously after a face reveal thing. But, I definitely am going to consider doing a face reveal. Most YouTubers do it, after a certain point. And, with all the support that you've all been giving me, if it continues to, go down a really good route and everything, and we hit a certain milestone where I feel like it's a perfect time to do a face reveal, then I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely at least consider it, but I'm not gonna promise. I'm not gonna be yeah, now is the time, or I will do it or stuff. I'll at least think about it. So apologies, but I don't want to promise something that I don't feel like doing or anything like that. But with a lot of your support and stuff, and if it continues to grow and stuff, I might change my mind over time. But at the moment, it's gonna stick with the voice behind the gameplay. But the next question I had is, what inspired you to do YouTube? Now, it's been branched off into two things. It mainly started with just my own creative want to show off the things I've made inside of Halo 3 with the map editor with the Forge, and there were just slideshow stuff, just pictures, and it'd be here's where the map was, and the map was terrible because I didn't know how to really make very well balanced maps and stuff, and some of them were just downright awful and stuff, but I enjoyed doing them no matter what. and I wanted to show them off, and that's what I used YouTube for. Then, not too long after, I started doing like actual videos, doing recordings and stuff. And what inspired me to do like the text and the funny moment stuff was actually like was Kryken and his videos, and like how he did the text and everything, and like the edits. Like that inspired me to do what I do like even now, is like with the edits and how the funny moments are and stuff. But that's pretty much where I started with YouTube. Now, the next question I actually have is about live streaming. Now, I do have a Twitch channel, and I apologize that I don't live stream that much. The main reason, and if you don't already know this, because I've talked about it before, is I have a lot of restrictions with my internet. Like, my internet's not the best, especially with the upload, and it's just because where we live, and that's all we can basically have with our internet and everything. So it's really, really hard to live stream, especially anything online. Instant lag. And I have other people that live in this house and use devices and stuff, so it's basically waiting until everyone goes to bed, so very, very late, and it's gotta be like a single player game, and even then the quality's not the best, and sometimes there are technical issues, but I still do live streams here and there. Very rarely, but here and there. And I would not be against, you guys like following my Twitch channel or anything like that, just in case if I ever do go back to it. But it is something to consider. Like if I ever have the, chance where we get better internet, or, I finally move out and I get, my own place where we basically have better internet and everything, then yeah, like I'll try live streaming, like actual like doing it and stuff, then, doing it once every millennium. But the next question I actually have is about Nick, is how long have you known Nick? Now, Nick is, as you know, is two different ways of knowing him, is Uncle Teabag, or as he is now known, is It's Blues. And I've known Nick for a long time, but I've started to really like, become friends with him and play games with him since like the Crota's End DLC being dropped, when I got back into Destiny and everything, because I quit Destiny at first, because I wasn't really able to get a fire team together to really experience a lot of the stuff, and a lot of my like other friends just, gave up on Destiny and were playing other games. But Nick was like a fan originally, and he was just like a big supporter of the channel, and it was like way back to like when I was like doing Battlefield videos, like Battlefield 3 and stuff. And he was an interesting feller. Like I remember like me and Nutcase, Reese would be playing Battlefield, and he would be joining our server and jumping up and down in front of Reese, and I'll just hear Reese being like, "Oh my goodness, he put a freaking med pack in front of my face. I have an LMG bipod, and he puts a box in front of my face. I can't see anything." And I'd be laughing and stuff. And to this day, he's like, "I didn't do that. There's no way." And it's like, you did, though. 2 witnesses on it. But, no, I've started to really, like, talk to him and play games with him since the Crota's End DLC. And since then, it's been a blast, having our friendship get to this point. And, yeah, we're friends forever. But, yeah. I've known him for, like, surprisingly, I've known him for a pretty good period of time. But it's just surprising how it's gotten to this point. Now, the next question is PS4 or Xbox One, which I'm not really one for console wars, but the reason why I got an Xbox is just because mainly for the comfortability of it. I'm more comfortable with the controller for the Xbox One, and just, like, most of my friends are on Xbox, so I stuck with going with what I'm used to. But I would say that the PS4, in my opinion, when it started, was better. I wouldn't say it's actually better than the Xbox now, because it seems like they're, in marketing, doing confusing stuff, in my opinion. Like, the Scorpio is, with the Xbox One that got announced, is supposed to be like the stronger system and stuff like that. And the PS4 Pro, I thought, was going to be pretty much against the Scorpio. But in reality, it's pretty much just like, the Xbox One S that's out now. And I don't think Sony has really talked about another system that's like the Scorpio, and that's what really bothers me, because one thing I'm thinking to myself, it's like they're gonna probably regret that, and they're going to make like a PS4 Pro, and that's where I'm like really like confused on with the money that I have on wanting to buy a PS4, because I want to buy one because I love their exclusives, and that's what I mainly care about, and I don't want to get Sega'd, if you don't know what I mean, but basically what pretty much killed off Sega as a competition with Nintendo was the fact that they kept going, no, this is the real Sega. No, this is the real Sega system you want. No, this is the... And they kept doing it, and it was just an expensive thing, and like they lost a lot of trust from their customers, and I really hope that Sony doesn't do that, because they were doing a great job in my opinion. I'm not, like I said, like I'm not one for console wars. I'm more in lines like being like, equally, like they're both systems, and I want them to both do very well, and I mainly care about their exclusives, but I want to make sure that I'm buying a system that I feel like, I'm not going to regret after a year being like, well, I should have waited or anything like that. So that's just my thoughts at the moment with the PS4 or Xbox One thing. But on to the next question, which is, how long does it take to make a video? Now, it all differs on every video, but when it comes to the funny moments videos, those ones are the ones that take me the longest, even though they're only like 5 minutes long and stuff. But with the text and everything, minus the recording, like no matter what, the recording, like doing the actual gameplay and stuff, can be like 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, it all depends. But actually editing, taking the funny parts out of the footage and doing the edits and stuff and the thumbnail and stuff will take me roughly around like 6 to 7 hours. But it all depends, because sometimes it'll only take me like 3 hours to do a funny moments video, like 3 to 4 hours. But the chibi plays will take me around like 1 to 2 hours, and those are a lot more simpler, but it all depends. And I've actually been working very hard and actually the hardest I've ever worked for a long, like ever, I actually think, because I'm pretty much like uploading almost like daily, and I have like 3 funny moments like uploaded a week, and I've never done that before. Like it's always been like 2 funny moments at least and that's it, like no other videos and stuff. But I've been uploading like chibi plays and stuff like that. So yeah, but no matter what, my videos will always be like minimum 2 funny moments a week and a minimum of 1 like chibi plays or something like that. But I don't think I'll ever have like a week where I'm only having 3 videos a week. It seems like at least like 4 will be out there a week. But I'm not going to promise that I'll be uploading like daily every single week. But so far, I've been pretty much been able to do that. So it's been nice, like, or at least like where I'm uploading like 5 to 6 videos a week, which is really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much how long it takes me to make a video, and there's more information about like when it comes to how long of like work time I do on videos now. But the next question I had is, when did Open Lobby start? Now, they started a long time ago. Like when I started like doing they actually not super long ago, but well, technically, but I started doing the open lobbies like when I started to get more like notice, like to the point where I had like at least like 1,000 subscribers or so. And I do like doing the open lobbies. Like it's been an on and off kind of thing. Reason why is because sometimes like it's difficult to do the open lobbies, like schedule them and stuff. And also there are some small occasions, which I'm glad that it hasn't really happened with the new open lobbies. There'll be some occasions where things go wrong, where like other people are being rude to other people, and there's just like drama going on, and it's just like it becomes a mess. But I'm glad that it hasn't really come down to that road like at all with these new open lobbies, and I thank all of you with that, is like, because I mean, there's more of you, and I haven't had any of those problems that I used to have with open lobbies, so I'm really grateful for that. So I thank you for your respect with others and everything during the open lobbies. Next Next question is, what do you use to record? I started when I first recorded, I just want to let this out. I started with a Pinnacle something. It was like a Pinnacle HD or something. It was basically like a capture device that you didn't need a computer. You just needed a USB pretty much. And it was practically a potato, but it was the only thing I could really use at the time, and my very oldest videos basically pretty much show that quality of what I mean. But like there was a good, a better, and a best like option, and I was like, even at best it was not that good quality, and if you put it at good, you don't know what's going on at all. But now what I use, and I've loved it so much ever since I started getting into like actual, like, you know, using a capture device with the computer ever since I got my first computer, is the Elgato. I started with Elgato, with the regular like Elgato HD or whatever, and I now gradually got to the point where I have the Elgato like it's the, what is it, HD 60. The one that basically can run 60 frames per second, everything, and it works like a charm. I haven't had any issues with it and stuff, and I'll be able to like record like for 2 hours, and there won't be any hiccups or anything like that. But sometimes, very rarely, if I go after that point, and I'm like obviously recording at like the highest quality and stuff, there is a slim chance that there'll be like issues with the recordings after like 2 hours of recording, but very, very rarely. But it doesn't matter, because, 2 hours of recording is a long time of recording. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been using, and I really enjoyed it, like, so far with no problems. Next question is actually a Destiny question, which is, what should they nerf in Destiny? In my opinion, I don't want them to nerf anything, honestly. I want them to balance balance everything out in a really good way, and buff stuff that are just underpowered against other weapons, because there's so much nerfing going on than buffing, in my opinion. And one of the biggest complaints that I've had is that I'm able to adapt to these changes, but a lot of casual Destiny players are not, and that's one thing that really sucks, because I feel like Bungie is not understanding that it's like they're catering too much for PvP players. Like, I know that there are things annoying in PvP, but has there once been a situation where, well, there probably has, but majority of the time, whenever these buffs or changes happen, it's mainly because of PvP rather than a PvE thing. Like, they're not buffing stuff because, oh, it's not strong enough in PvE, so now it's stronger in PvP because we have to cater to PvE. It's always been catering to PvP, and with that, they pretty much ruined a lot of weapons for PvE. And it's ruined a lot of experiences for players in PvP for casual Destiny players. Like, for example, Nick and Kayla, like, they used to love sniping, and now they get so frustrated with it because, the flinching is absolutely ridiculous, and it doesn't make sense to me. And shotguns are now, like, the go-to weapon in Crucible, when it was more on lines of preference. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of shotguns, but sometimes I just gotta use it because I don't want to be frustrated at trying sniping and stuff, getting flinched by like clever dragons and stuff with armor-piercing rounds. But shotguns, in my opinion, are like not exciting to me, but it's like, they get the job done versus me trying to snipe. But like, it's just like the meta with Destiny is all over the place, and there are some things that I just wish that they would balance a little bit differently. Like, for example, which is not a really good topic to talk about because people don't like this weapon, but Thorn, in my opinion, yes, it's a pain in the ass in PvP, but I liked using it in PvE, and it's practically useless for it now. And I just wish that they would make exceptions for some weapons, like some weapon classes and stuff, because they're very against this, making weapons specifically a certain way in PvE versus PvP. Like making shotguns a certain damage, a certain way in PvE versus PvP, so they don't have to mess with them and stuff, because they do say that they want, the weapons to feel the same as they were in PvE content, and also PvP, like where it doesn't feel any different. But I feel like for some weapons and stuff, there should be exceptions because they're practically useless in PvE. That's just my opinion, though. Like, a perfect example is I really, really loved Mina Multi-Tool for PvE and PvP, but ever since they removed the whole, like, you know, armor-piercing, like, flinching thing automatically with the weapon, it's not as fun as it used to be in PvE, and that sucks. Like, it completely changed the weapon for PvE, in my opinion, and so I really want them to not just nerf stuff, but buff stuff, mainly. I don't really think nerfing is a thing for Destiny more in my, because they've done enough of nerfing. Nerf this, nerf that. What's this? You like this thing? Nerf this. And some of the things that they do makes no sense. Like, they're like, yeah, that 1,000-yard stare, it's very OP. What's going to nerf it? Here's a graph showing that a lot of people use it, and that's because it's OP. And it's like, no, it's because it's the only sniper during the Taken King that was really that kind of class of weapon that was good for sniping, you know, that good, you know, impact kind of sniper with, you know, balanced out stability and range and all that stuff. And nope, it's OP. Nerf the heck out of it. Okie dokie. Now, this next question has been answered before, but I wanted to answer it again because I see this question so many times and it makes me laugh because it's like I thought it was obvious. Are you in Cutie Robo Dating, also known as Kayla? Yes, I thought it was obvious just with the names, Cutie Robo, Chibi Robo, but I guess not. But yeah, there's that question answered again. Probably will answer it in the next Q&A because there'll be a bunch of other people asking the same one apparently. That question, surprisingly, has been asked a bunch in multiple different videos, not even just the Q&A. It's sad in some cases. Not in a sad where it's like, wow, you don't do a lot of research on using that brain of yours. More lines on me being like, am I doing a bad job making it not obvious? Making me think it's my fault. But yes, we are happily dating. We're happily two guardians that are together. So yes, that was cringy, so I apologize. I don't know. But yes, moving on. Favorite weapon in Destiny. Okay, I was actually thinking to making a video, like compiling like the top 10 weapons I enjoy in Destiny, like that are like going from like least to absolute favorite, like the best favorite weapon and stuff. Like splitting it from exotics and legendaries, but so far right now one of my favorite weapons to use is Hand of Judgment, the scout rifle that I've been using in almost every PvE video that you've seen. I really love the, like, it's like the 61 impact, which is the highest impact scout rifles, especially if they have like really good, like, you know, decent reload and magazine size and stuff like that. And if they have like armor-piercing rounds or explosive rounds, I mainly love explosive rounds with them. It's a blast. No pun intended, because of the explosive rounds. But I really do love Hand of Judgment and stuff. So yeah, when it comes to PvP though, with legendaries, it all depends, because I'll mix around. I love my Ill Will. I love, you know, the Grasp or like Clever Dragon or the Waltz and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just like I go all over the place. Or like No Land Beyond as an exotic. I really love No Land Beyond when it comes to PvP. So yeah, I'll probably make like a more organized video talking about like weapons and Destiny at another time. But next question is, do you have any pets? Yes, I have a family pet, which is our golden retriever. She's rather old. I think she's like 17 or so now. And you know, we love her very much. She's a rambunctious dog who, you know, still, even at her age, will still be like run around and stuff. But I have my own pet that is my pet and is my roommate, and that would be Gizmo. Gizmo! Oops. Were you sleeping? I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a guinea pig named Gizmo, and I love him very much. Main reason why I love him so very much is because he is a talker. and I didn't mean to wake him. He's not a grumpy pants or anything like that. He doesn't bite. He goes for kisses and stuff. He's very polite. But as soon as you start talking to him, if you start, petting him and bring him out, he makes a million different noises. Like he's just a chatterbox. But he really loves cuddles, and, I love him very much. But I love guinea pigs. I originally had a hamster beforehand, and I did like my hamster as well. Only downside about a hamster that I had was the smell of the urine. I had not like those tiny hamsters. I had a bear hamster, I think it was called. I called him Oreo because he looked like an Oreo. Very original name. And he was very nice. He never bit. He was polite to other people and everything. But his urine was very strong. So I really like the smell of guinea pig versus hamster. Now Gizmo's out of his cage. Hi, Gizmo. It's like I'm taking a shit. Shut up, because you woke me up. But yeah. The next question is any favorite foods? When it comes to food, I love chicken wings and I love seafood. When it comes to seafood, there's a lot of different things that I like. I don't really have an absolute favorite kind of seafood, but I'll like all kinds of different fish and stuff like that. I like seafood. I can go down the list of all the things that I don't like seafood wise. Like I'm not a huge fan of scallops and stuff. But I do like clams and mussels, but not going to go through that. So there's a very easy answer to that. The next question is, what's your favorite class in Destiny? It's my hunter. Like, it's my main character that I've always, been very, comfortable with. Like, that's where I started. But after getting used to the other classes, like the Titan and the Warlock, I've come to like them all. Because they're different, ways of how they play and their supers and stuff. So, I kind of go around. There's things that I like and dislike about each one, but when it comes to just what I use the most and what I've been most comfortable using and mainly using when it comes to playing Destiny is my hunter. Now, this question I actually was glad that I got is, will you do more variety videos? As in many different games and stuff than just one? And yes, that's the one thing I will continue to always do, and I'm glad that a lot of you actually have been supporting me on this than just uploading one specific kind of game series and stuff. But no matter what, I'll be uploading things that you all will want to see, and I'll always consider it. As long as I'm enjoying it, then I'll be uploading videos of it. And when it comes to Destiny specifically, I haven't really been getting bored of it or anything like that. And I'll be continuing to do videos on Destiny for quite some time. And I'm actually surprised that we've gotten pretty far in Destiny videos. We've gotten so many episodes. We're about to hit the 50th episode. And with that, I don't know, because it's a lot of pressure on making the video, trying to make it perfect because it's the 50th episode. But I might make it at least a 10-minute long video. But it's might be just one kind of game or something, as in it might be just PvP, it might just be PvE. I don't know, but my goal is to make probably the 50th episode being 10 minutes. But no promises, because it might just be a standard Destiny 5-minute long video. But that's my goal, though, is at least make the video special in some shape or form. So making it 10 minutes long would definitely make it a special 50th episode. But the next question is, why do you not talk when you do open lobbies? Now, some open lobbies, I do talk to a lot of you. And those ones, specifically, I'll announce, on my channel and stuff. Sometimes I'll do, these small open lobbies where I get you guys involved into my fire team. And you'll notice that, most of the time, you'll see yourselves in, the chibi plays. And that's exactly why. When I sometimes do chibi plays, instead of me just playing with random people, I'll bring, you guys into my, fire team, and I'll just record and stuff and, get you guys involved. But I don't really talk much and stuff. I'm kind of, doing my own thing or whatever. And I don't mean that in any disrespect or anything. I'm just, Like, I just want to, like, just record, you know, me doing whatever and stuff, but I just want to at least, like, you know, allow you guys to join into the video in some shape or form, because I'm still trying to implement the open lobbies into a video. It's sometimes hard, and no offense to a lot of you and stuff, there's a lot of talking going on, and, you know, when it comes to the chibi plays, that's pretty much what I'm taking, is just, like, the main parts, like, the main talking parts. But, like, literally an open lobby, you guys are so energetic and stuff. It's just constant talking and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to make this video an hour long unless I want to, you know, sit there having this video upload for, like, a day. Which, that would be too difficult. I tried doing that before, and no one could use the internet for, like, an entire day. And I don't want to do that to everyone, so apologies with that. But I'm still working on that. That's why, like, you know, I'll do the chibi plays with you guys involved and stuff. And I'll try and organize these open lobby. Like, honestly, I feel like I just shouldn't care and just be like, I'll just put all my favorite parts of this happening or whatever in the open lobby or whatever. Next question is, are you excited about Destiny 2? Heck yeah. But I'm also afraid. Now, I might actually do a chibi hour talking about mainly about why I'm kind of afraid, but I'll kind of like explain a little bit. Basically, I've heard rumors, and I'm guessing this is true, is that they're kind of like reworking it, the lore-wise, for Destiny 2, and when I think of that, I'm like thinking it could either be a good thing or a bad thing. The reason why is because Destiny does have really good lore inside of it. It's just that they haven't really been able to show it off in the right way with Destiny, and that's what Destiny 2 should be all about this time around. But the fact is, when they explained that they were even, like, you know, if they have to sacrifice, like, characters and stuff, I was like, please, do not be telling me that in the sense of, like, you know, to make the lore better if it's more lines a money thing. Because they had a lot of celebrities, like, really well-known voice actors, you know, just as faction people in the tower. And one thing that I hope that doesn't happen is them dropping, like, characters just because they don't want to spend the extra amount of money. Because, again, I've been supporting, like, their microtransaction things, sort of, but, like, because it's not, like, pay to win. I still don't like the RNG thing with it, and some things I don't really like about it, but I still was supporting it because I was like, oh, this is going to help you guys to make Destiny 2 a lot better, isn't it? And if they're like, oh, we couldn't have this voice actor in there because he was too expensive, then I'm going to feel cheated. But I'm going to be optimistic and be like, you know, it might be good. But one thing, please, Bungie, for crying out loud, do not drop the Cabal. To this day, I want to know how strong they can be with their main fleet, like, coming here and stuff. Like, I want to know, like, you know, how scary the commander and shit would be like. But I understand that, you know, for Destiny DLC, it wouldn't make sense. It would actually kind of be like a rinse and repeat of the Dreadnought, sort of. Oh no, and now it would be another big ship, but it's the Cabal. It's not like we had another big ship beforehand that was the Hive, so I can understand that, but I just like the Cabal. Like, not like in its mechanics, but like the lore about them, and just like how they're just war machines pretty much, and I just want to know their strength. Like, I want to, like, see it. I'm not a big fan of Hive just because it was just everywhere in Destiny 1, and I hope that it's not the main concept of Destiny 2. For crying out loud. But that's just my opinion, but I am excited for Destiny 2 no matter what. I just hope that they don't flop this one and they do the right thing for this game. So I just also, please, Bungie, do not turn it the way that that Activision's doing with Call of Duty, the supply drops and stuff. Please don't do that. Like, learn, because Call of Duty's not doing good right at this moment, and you can blame supply drops as one of the main factors. Do not do that. Do not do that. But yeah, the next question I actually have is, why do you not always respond to messages? And I actually hate, you know, not being able to respond to everyone, but I get so many messages now. Like, actually, a long time ago, I used to be able to respond to every single question that people would have in my messages and stuff, or just message them back saying, like, hey, But now I get so many, it's like really, really hard to get back to like every message that I have. So I very much apologize for that. So yeah. But no, that's pretty much all the questions that I got compiled. But if you want me to do more, I'll try and do more down the road and stuff. I apologize that this video is holy crap. It's I just looked at the time of it. Yeah, it's a long video. I apologize, and I'm very bland at doing these things. But the only main point of me doing these Q&As is mainly for all of you. It's not something that, I'm just like, I want to talk about things or whatever about me or whatever. It's more lines if it's something that you guys care about. And if, you don't care about it, then I just won't, do them. But if you do support this and you want me to do more, then I will. So, apologies on how long this video is, and me rambling and stuff, but yeah. But before I end this video, I just want to say thank all of you for the support that you've all been giving me with the videos and stuff, and just like this has been a life changer for me, like doing these videos and getting the amount of support that I've never gotten before, and it's crazy, and it means a lot to me. And no matter what, like, I'll still be uploading videos and stuff, and it's all because of you and your support. So thank you so much. Chibi out.